You're welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. Toby Olubi joins us now. On this segment of the show, we're going to be talking a lot on the local scene, starting with the Super Eagles of Nigeria, as well as the Nigerian Professional Football League, where, in case you missed it, Kwara United and John Obuh have parted ways. Toby, good morning. It's great to have you on the show.
Good morning. Good to be here.
You was missing last week, Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's great to have you back.
Yeah, that was a pleasure.
Okay. Where you go now, Cecilia?
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Okay, you want to go back to that, right?
I'll go back to what happened on Sunday. I mean, for the Onaife club, they just strolled into the pitch because a goal was disallowed, carrying a handgun and all that. What do you make of that?
It's football, and the passion usually gets ahead of us sometimes. But about the gun ownership, licensed gun ownership is illegal in Greece.
And getting into the stadium
if bringing it into the stadium is also legal, I'll have to find that out. But first of all, possessing a gun, a licensed handgun, is legal in Greece. But he didn't use it, did he?
He didn't take it out.
So but walking onto the pitch with that, it's really scary. They are not things we want to see. But talking about Greek football, there has been issues over time.
Right.
A couple of matches had been postponed, had been inconclusive. There had been issues of a lot of on and off field football issues in Greece. So I think their football needs a lot of restructuring. The fans, the club owners, the officials, and even the players, they need to have a sit down. They need to they think how they go about their business over there, because it's going to affect them in the Champions League. Because I won't be surprised if very soon UEFA just lands on them and probably takes away their qualifying spot until they sort themselves out. But I think they really need help in
the suspension is right out of all the fixtures.
Yes,
that's way to go.
Yeah. Suspend the fixtures. They need to have a sit down, have a round table, and the stakeholders need to come together and talk about how to move Greek football forward. It's a lovely league. I remember those days of Panathinaikos, Olympiakos.
A lot of big sides.
They used to sign very top quality players as well. But now, because of issues like this, they've gone down the drain. You hardly hear about them again. Hardly hear about them in the Champions League as well.
Whenever you hear about them, it's about
violence, handguns and everything.
Invasions and everything you think about. All right, let's come home now and talking about what build up to the World Cup. And when you're successful, everyone identify with you. But why everyone is also identified with you, you want to actually thank those who set the ball rolling. And that's what the president of Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Pinnick, did, when he paid a courtesy call to Governor Wike, talking about the governor of Rivers State. Because it was there Nigeria started, against Swaziland. It was in Rivers Sports Harcourt, who felt that's going to be the new home of Nigerian football. But hey, bro, no, it's Akwa Ibom, They stole it. And so Rivers just had to make do with just only that preliminary round. And that's why he paid him a courtesy visit. Before I get to reactions, let's listen to Amaju Pinnick talking, and also Wike's response to his visit.
Our journey to World Cup started from Port Harcourt. Our first game, the preliminary round against Swaziland, was played in Port Harcourt. And we have decided that we cannot go to the World Cup without coming to say a big thank you to you for creating that initial vibe for us to succeed. We now play a very central and integral role in CAF. Nigeria no longer plays peripheral roles. So all these things wouldn't have been able to achieve without coming here and winning that first game. You created that enabling environment. You have demonstrated astute and very practical leadership. And that's why you are endeared to the people of this state.
A lot of people see FIFA or football organizations, associations to be very lucrative. I don't know why they think that. Is it because of the FIFA money to the players or what? And it is such a place that people would like to politicize. So I would urge people to close ranks and work for the interests of Nigeria. It's very, very key.
Okay, that's how it all went down. What do you think about this, man? Good one, right? Good move.
Strategic move.
Strategic move.
We're in Nigeria. We get to see a lot of strange things. It's strange to me, to be honest, because is this how it's going to go to all the governors of the states where Nigeria played games? Because they only played the game in Rivers, didn't they? And is there chairing of the governor like he's done more than host a game? I think he's probably not too busy. If he's busy, I think he would be doing more than this. Trying to look at our private sector can sponsor the team and the national team. Why don't we have a sponsor on our training jersey? You know, like we see in other countries. I think if he is at those kind of meetings, I think it's more productive than this. But hey, it's Nigeria. Things work differently here. We can't compare ourselves to the Europeans or the Americans. You know, if this is how we can do it here, why not? I think it's a good thing.
But to be fair to these PINIC and the NFF, I mean, in terms of sponsorship, partnerships,
it's been wonderful. I mean, we can't mention names, but we know how many they've been able to get so far.
So they're trying to
another thing is, I mean, when someone has done something for you, sometimes it's also good for you to go say thank you. You know, when you're hosting a game, you're not just hosting for bragging rights. You know that. You know, flying the players, welfare, and everything. And you know, you want to put all these things into place. And if you say you're not going to host the game, they go to the Abuja National Stadium, which, I mean, wasn't ready, which is still not ready. I mean, where are you going to get accommodation and everything, the welfare? Come on, it's big, it's huge.
Each time the English national team play in Wembley, they'll go to the mayor of London.
No, because Wembley is their home. We don't have a home. That's the difference. That's what I'm trying. That's the point.
As I'm saying, in Nigeria, it's different.
The point I'm trying to make here before we leave this part is this. Wembley, that's their home ground.
Okay.
National Stadium, Abuja, is supposed to be the home ground, but it's not ready. So it's taking it around all the states. So any state that decides to host you and all your people, come on, you deserve accommodation.
Absolutely.
That's why I say it.
I mean, that's a fair point as well. That's a fair point from you too. Toby, let's move on now. Let's talk about the Nigerian Professional Football League. And interestingly, Cecilia, Governor Wike, you'd say, is really interested in sports, right? They hosted the World Wrestling, the African Wrestling Championship recently, and now he's a keen follower of the Nigerian Professional Football League as well.
Yeah, I mean, for him to have been able to notice that we have some improvement, talking about the away games in those days where once you go away from home, you'll be prepared to lose. But now you can go away from home and get victory and even, beat